Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. This is the part 2 of fixing this Hall sensor on BMW R 1100. So let me show you first what tools we're going to be using. There is nothing really fancy you gotta have. You can get some wire in the auto parts store. This was like $6. You just get one color. Scissors, solder from a hardware store, lighter. The cheapest soldering gun will do, and this is from an auto parts store as well. This is from Advanced Auto Parts. It's like assortment of shrink wrap. Anyway, so that's all for the tools. Like I showed you in the part 1, I believe on this one the biggest problem is the wiring. I'm not saying that that's the only thing that ever goes wrong with them. I would say, especially if you have a 90s model before they upgraded the wiring, this will be most likely a problem. Even though it looks fine here, when we cut this open, you're gonna see all the insulation is coming apart, and the wires are shorting out. So first we're gonna take a razor blade and cut this thing open. You can cut this little grommet so we can put it back on later. Got a little clamp over here. Okay, we can stop right around there, but these wires coming directly from the sensors over here, those are okay. Next we're gonna keep cutting this insulation off. Now you can see these wires, if I just touch them, look all the stuff coming out of them. They're just falling apart. Okay, I finally have all my insulation off. Now we got these, the wires are twisted together, so all I'm going to be doing is untwisting it. Guys, I'm back in a little bit more presentable shape. Now I'm going to take up my new wire and I'm going to measure the length. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut the wire right here. I'm going to cut it right there so I have enough clean wire to solder on, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Cut it about right there so I can solder fresh wire on it. I put a heat shrink all the way here, so I'm not going to mess with any of these connectors in the plug. So here we go. First I'm going to measure my wire. I'm going to go from here to here. Cut the piece, and I'm gonna do all the other ones at the same time. This way I know all my wires are the same length. I'm gonna strip the end here. I'll show you this cool little tool. It strips the wire at the end. Twist it. Do both sides. You can get that in anywhere, auto parts store. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut only one side so I don't make a mistake. Now if you have a wire that it looks really corroded. What you can do, you can take a piece of sandpaper. It really helps. And this one is okay. I think this one will stick, but sometimes when you have a wire like that, solder doesn't want to stick to it. So I just take sandpaper and clean it up. Make it nice and fresh. I had my cheapy soldering gun plugged in for a while, so I'm gonna heat up the wire first, and then I'm gonna coat it with the solder. You're gonna see when the wires heat up enough, the solder will just bond to it. And next I'm gonna do the same thing with my new wire. So I'm gonna heat it up a few seconds, and I'm gonna lay that solder on it. Alright, as you can tell, it's coated nicely with the solder. It's attached, same as this part. So then I got my assortment of heat shrink. I'm just gonna cut me a piece. I'm gonna make a little longer piece since I got a bare wire. I don't have to put it on right now because my other side will still stay open. And then what you want to do, I'm going to do a little closer here. You want to put these wires next to each other just like that. And then all you got to do is heat up the solder and the wires will bond. Okay, now I'll show you close up. This is what it looks like. The wires, you always want to look from both sides. You can't break this. You're gonna break the wire or rip the wire before you break this connection. So now we have a fresh wire, but there's a bare wire here. So I'm gonna take my heat shrink and put it on there. Heat it up with my lighter. And here you go. It's same thickness as the original. Do not twist wires together and make a big ball. It looks stupid. This is the right way to solder. And so now you can follow the wire that has been cut. Untangle it from this mess. Okay, it's the wire right here. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna cut it. Just make sure you cut them all in the same, pretty much same place. So this is my old wire that's gonna get thrown away. I'm gonna clean this one up with the sandpaper again. So it looks pretty bad, oxidized. Okay, twist it up. And same procedure. I'm gonna put the solder here first. Try to prep it so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna heat the wire up. Do same thing with the other side. That's a brand new wire, so no need of sanding it. You will notice how easier the new wire bonds the solder. I'm gonna put my other piece of heat shrink. And in the same fashion, we're gonna get these two bonded. As you can see, again, we got a strong, good soldering point. Now I'm gonna slide this all the way into my plug. That's why I wanted a little bit longer piece, because this wire was stripped down. So if you look here, I'm going all the way to the connector, so it'll be protected from any kind of Okay, so we got the first wire done, and in the same fashion we gotta do the other three wires. There's a fourth wire you're gonna notice. Depend what year is your bike. On this bike, this was attached to that outer insulation. I'm gonna take another one of the wires. I'm gonna strip all the insulation from it, solder it to this one, and then they're all gonna get twisted together like they were originally. So you'll see. So now I'm gonna fast forward through the other four wires so I don't bore you with the same job. Okay, so my four wires are connected. This is what it's gonna look like. One side, the other side. So last thing I gotta do is solder a bare wire to this. Okay. So now I'm just gonna twist this whole wiring together. And use my electrical tape to finish it up. Okay, I got everything wrapped up. We gotta put this little clamp over here. And the grommet that I cut, I don't know exactly where it's gonna go, so just gonna leave it loosely right now and move it later. So anyway, hopefully this video helped you. Thanks again, and subscribe if you like it. Okay guys, so I got my Hall sensor installed. The bike did not have a spark before, so we got a nice spark. So problem fixed. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.